Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome back to the Webex Partner Podcast. And this is your co-host, Taryn Montero, Webex Product Manager. And once again, joining us as my Cisco co-host is Kevin Adamson. Kevin previously worked for Tropo before it was acquired by Cisco in 2015, following which he has spent 7 years at Cisco and is currently leading the Webex Ecosystem Partner Program. Great to have you back, Kevin.
Thanks, Taryn. Good to be here.
And this is episode 8. Joining us today is Ron Romanchik, Chief Strategy Officer at CallCabinet. Over the past 14 years, Ron has led the global sales and has solid experience managing channels and partner ecosystems. And now join us in this exciting conversation with Ron.
Hey Ron, so welcome to the podcast. Great to spend some time with you again. Let's, start with giving our listeners some background on yourself. So where did you grow up? What was it like, and maybe how did that impact your career choice?
Yeah, okay. So, good question, Kevin. Thanks for allowing me to do this podcast. I really appreciate it. Thanks, Taryn, for doing this as well. So, background on myself. I grew up in New Jersey, in case you didn't notice the accent. In the Northeast United States. So in the Northeast, especially the New York metro area, has always been a no-nonsense way of going through life. Some would say that we are either aggressive or even obnoxious sometimes. This has helped me in my career, going from an engineer, where I started, to a sales and in business development. And never taking no as an answer. How's that for a start?
That sounds good, particularly in the sales role. So, what made you join CallCabinet, and where did you work previously? Maybe you can give us a bit of an overview of your career thus far.
I've been doing this a long time in the call recording space. I've been involved over the last. It's probably longer than 14 years now, more like 20 some odd years that I've been doing it. I'd rather not say and show my age, but certainly. CallCabinet's founder, Ryan Kahan, and I have been friends for many years. We started our relationship when he was a customer of mine. I owned my own company that manufactured recording technology. The company was called AI Logics. And we built proprietary interfaces for the recording industry, and actually had about 80% of the market sharing recording technology, selling to the larger companies in the marketplace. And Ryan had a recording company that actually bought my technology. When I sold the company to Audio Codes back in 2004, I stayed on, became VP of recording technology for Audio Codes, and ran the business line up until about 2018. When Ryan approached me with the concept of a pure cloud recording platform, I was very intrigued because everybody was going from everything was premise-based at the time. And what we've seen is a migration to the cloud, and Ryan's concept of building something in the cloud as opposed to premise-based was very, very exciting. I was intrigued. I knew this technology would be very disruptive in the call recording space, and I had to be a part of it. So Ryan and I worked out a deal where eventually I left Audio Codes, and I actually hung up my spikes at Audio Codes and came over to CallCabinet to move forward.
Great. Sounds like a good journey, particularly in that, as you say, in that industry where cloud has become the dominant force now. So having something in that space is great. So I guess as we all move to hybrid work, what's your typical morning routine? Do you commute, work from home, go somewhere else?
Well, it's funny. My typical work routine is I work from home every day. So my commute typically revolves around stepping over sleeping 150-pound dogs and navigating a way into my office without spilling my coffee. So that becomes very difficult to do. But you get used to it, and they're my office mates. They hang out in my office, and there's a lot of bodies around in my office, but that's okay. It's a good thing.
Yeah, definitely better than sitting in rush hour traffic trying to get to an office, for sure.
Absolutely.
Okay, so final question here then. So outside of work, what do you do for fun, relaxation, just kind of chilling out?
Yeah, my idea of fun is I enjoy smoking cigars. I enjoy golfing. And actually, I enjoy being involved in dog rescue. My wife and I are heavily involved in Bernese Mountain Dog rescue, and have rescued one of our dogs from a puppy mill. So, the goal is that we're trying to bring awareness to the fact that a lot of these store-bought dogs come from these puppy mills, and they are such cruel areas where these dogs are bred. So we're trying to raise awareness and remove the dogs from these horrid environments. Wouldn't call it fun, but it's a sense of satisfaction that we make a difference. So,
yeah, it's excellent, good stuff. Okay, so we're going to switch gears a little bit now then, and kind of double click on your journey a little bit so far with Cisco and the SolutionsPlus program. So I guess what better place to start than the beginning? So how did CallCabinet and Cisco originally get together, and why? Why did you pick Cisco?
Good question. CallCabinet and Cisco have had a fairly lengthy relationship. Primarily, we've been a certified Cisco solution partner for a while. Took our products, designed it around the cloud, as I said, a cloud-based solution, and provided solutions primarily originally into the BroadSoft market, connecting to and integrating with BroadWorks, the BroadWorks platform, and offering UCaaS recording into that space, as well as CCaaS recording into that space. When Cisco acquired BroadWorks, or BroadSoft, I should say, we got involved with, we became involved with Cisco, and next thing you know, we've developed some great relationships with some individuals within Cisco senior management, as well as senior product management. And they saw the value in what we were offering from a actually a cloud migration perspective.
Yeah, and I think you have that ability in your product as well to still do on-prem if for those that require on-prem for whatever reason, but you can do cloud or potentially a hybrid of the two if necessary. So that's a fairly unique offering that you don't sit either with one or the other. So I think that was pretty attractive to us as well. Okay, so for listeners that want to learn more about CallCabinet, can you give us a quick overview maybe of the company and what the product does in kind of a short history? Sure.
The 30-second pitch, essentially, of CallCabinet is we're able to integrate a variety of technologies into our platform where we can capture data. And think about, voice is data. So what we're doing is we're capturing it from the Cisco platforms, whether they're premise-based, whether they're cloud-based. We're capturing that new data from those conversations, taking those conversations, normalizing it, and putting it into a format that not only we understand, but other systems can understand as well. And what I mean by that is a lot of systems like compliance systems, CRM systems, and the like, and ERP systems all work off of a text-based environment. So what we're able to do essentially is to be able to take that spoken word, convert it, and normalize it into a standards-based encrypted environment, like a WAV file that's encrypted, and then transcribe it into a text-based format with emotion and sentiment, and that can be put into a data lake, which essentially pushes it into other applications as well in the enterprise. Things like compliance, surveillance, CRM systems, ERP systems, billing systems. All those different capabilities we can feed because we have a text-based type environment once it hits our cloud. Our platform is designed such that we have data centers on 6 continents throughout the world. And all of our processing capabilities are done locally in those data centers around the world. So we adhere to local data sovereignty, as well as compliance standards such as GDPR, MiFID II, and some of the other compliance standards that are out there. One of the other capabilities that's been a real big factor for us is also the ability for a customer to be able to bring their older data with them, their archived data with them. And this is something that Cisco saw as a real value. If a customer's changing out their recording system, it's kind of hard to do when you're in a compliance or regulated market because you have all this older data that needs to either come along with you, or you have to keep the older systems alive because they're proprietary, and that they have to be able to pull that data out and be able to provide it for regulators or whatever the case may be. We have built a practice around that allows us to migrate that data, even if it's encrypted, to the cloud and normalize it the same way as we normalize typical new Cisco conversations. So that customer now has the capability of taking not only new conversations, but also archived conversations into the cloud, be able to transcribe all of that data, and be able to massage it and use it accordingly.
Yeah, that's excellent. And removing the proprietary elements of it as well. So you've got a technology that works no matter what the vendor is, vendor agnostic and everything. So that's great. I think that was certainly the attraction for us was trying to manage that cloud migration as well, and how that's complicated enough as it is. But when you overlay all the compliance recordings and moving those as well, it becomes even worse. Okay, great. So I think you're still the most recent partner addition onto the SolutionsPlus program for us. So what are you uncovering through there? What are the typical use cases you're hearing from businesses that are interested in CallCabinet or that are maybe engaging you through that process?
Yeah, there's a couple of things that we're starting to see very well. And again, it's our platform supports both collaboration and contact center. In the contact center side, what we've been seeing most recently, as an example, is the ability, again, that migrating that legacy data. In cases where Cisco is pushing to sell the Webex contact center, the goal is to be able to compete against the Genesises of the world and other contact center platforms. The issue seems to be that bringing legacy data along. No one has that capability. We give Cisco the secret sauce of bringing that legacy data along and migrating it into that cloud, which makes it a whole nother playing field and opens up the door to win more deals for Cisco than any other platform. So that's one of the areas that we're starting to see. The other side, too, is in the UCaaS side, in the banking world, where compliance is becoming more and more of an issue. In the finance space, we're expanding our portfolio to not only include the collaboration side of it, such as Webex calling, but also we're integrating with trading platforms so that we're bringing those trading platforms, we're bringing Webex calling, all of that into a single repository or data lake of data that can be also shared with compliance and surveillance systems. Those are a couple of the use cases that we've seen that have been really, really prevalent and opening doors in some very large opportunities.
Great, sounds good. And so I guess as a follow-on from that, I know you did win, or you have won, a few deals already through the program. So I guess were they more proof of concept type things, or how would you describe those kind of early wins?
The early wins have been proof of concepts initially to start. Of course, nobody's going to commit to a large system until they test it out. And what we've seen is a few of the Cisco partners already placing orders with us to run some proof of concepts so that the customer can see the benefit and experience the benefit of what we're offering, which will lead to larger sales, certainly.
Yeah, and for the listeners, the associates listening, we're definitely, we have that ability on the CCW, Cisco CCW, to do that with CallCabinet. So if you do have opportunities like that, we can help you out. So what is next for CallCabinet? So what's upcoming in the next 3 to 6 months for the partnership here? You kind of alluded to a few things throughout, but what's the big ticket items for the next 6 months?
Well, the couple of big ticket items that we're introducing in the space is we've been working diligently with Webex Contact Center, and our development and release of Webex Contact Center will be out. Actually, it should be released by the time this podcast is available. So that will be out. We'll also have Webex calling UCaaS in a Cisco hosted environment that will be available as well in the marketplace, and that'll be audio, video, text, everything associated with Webex calling. So those are two major releases that we have coming.
Excellent. So some exciting further integrations into the remaining product set. No, that's great. Okay, so I guess finally here then, so for people listening that maybe want to connect with you or talk more about an opportunity they have, what's the best way to do that? How do they reach out?
Best way to reach us, to reach our website, it's callcabinet.com, or you can email me specifically if you'd like. I'm ron@callcabinet.com. That's RON at callcabinet.com. I don't believe in having any fancy email addresses, so if you need to reach out, please do so. I'd be more than happy to have a conversation with you.
Excellent. Thank you very much. That's super interesting. So we're going to finish here then quickly with a bit of a lightning round, as we do with these podcasts. So favorite holiday destination?
Favorite holiday destination? That's a good question. Probably the Caribbean, for obvious reasons. I live in the Northeast. It's cold in the wintertime, and it's nice to go into the Caribbean and enjoy yourself. I've been to a variety of islands down there that it's just wonderful. So,
and it's good to start to get back to that more normal holidaying since as we come out of the pandemic. So that's great. Okay, New York or New Jersey?
Oh, that's a tough one. Well, everybody says, all right, New York City has all the entertainment, and there's Broadway shows, there's great restaurants, and it's true. It's just, people that live in New Jersey typically will not go to New York. I'm 30 miles from New York. I could be in the city in half an hour, but I refuse to go to the city. There's great restaurants in New Jersey. There's great entertainment in New Jersey. I tend to venture in every so often, but for the most part, I'll stay on my side of the Hudson River and prefer New Jersey, although we all say that we're native New Yorkers no matter what we do. So, if that makes sense.
Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna do the last one here then. Favorite sports team?
Ooh, that's an interesting one. And I'm going to be a little controversial. I'm going to say the New Jersey Devils. I'm a big ice hockey fan. I do like baseball. I do like football as well. So New Jersey Football Giants. I'm rather the New York Giants, the New York Yankees. But the New Jersey Devils, ice hockey, has been something that, it's in my bones. I've been there. I've rooted for the team since they moved to New Jersey way back in 1982. And, one of the things that everybody always says is, oh, you were probably a Rangers fan before that, because most of the people in New Jersey were New York Rangers fans. I never was. So I never was a Ranger fan. I was always a Montreal Canadian fan. But again, New Jersey Devils is where it's at for me.
Excellent. Okay. Well, appreciate your time. Thanks for walking us through some of the answers here. And great to talk to you.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Thanks, Taryn.
Next time, we'll get into more episodes with Solutions Plus. Don't forget to click subscribe to our official Webex YouTube page. That is where we live, and you can find other great podcast episodes there too. Until next time, thanks for listening.